everyone. This is going to be our first video, so level 1 for falls prevention. Majority of this video is going to be done seated in the chair, and by the end of the exercise, we will finish with some standing exercises. So my name is Alex. I am a clinical exercise physiologist here at the Wellness Institute, and I'm going to take you through a seated level 1 falls prevention workout routine today. And so these exercises are primarily going to be seated in a chair, so make sure that you will have a comfortable chair that's not going to slide on you for these exercises. We're going to go through each exercise for certain repetitions, a time length. So go at your own pace. These exercises are designed to help strengthen these muscle groups that we need to use to help us with our posture and our balance. In level 2, we will take these exercises and progress them into a standing exercise routine. So level 1 primarily will be seated in the chair. So to get started, we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair, and we're going to practice getting into a tall posture by doing an exercise called smelling the coffee. And so when we smell the coffee, what we want to do is look down, take a deep breath in as we sit up nice and tall. We're going to do that 5 times. So we're going to relax again. We're going to look down, inhale as we're smelling a cup of coffee. So we're going to do that 3 more times. Deep breath in. Good. And 1 more time. Good. And relax. So each time trying to lengthen that spine as you take a deep breath in. Next exercise, we're going to work on strengthening the muscles in our upper back. You can use an elastic band if you have one at home. If not, that is okay. You're going to turn your palms up, and we're going to do an external rotation with our shoulders. So we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together as we pull our hands apart. We're going to hold for 2 seconds and relax. We're going to do that 10 times. Open up and squeeze. Good. 2. 3, 4, 5, so holding for 2 seconds each time, 6, and we're staying in that nice tall posture as we do this exercise. 7, 8, 2 more, and last one, 10. Perfect. Keeping in that nice tall posture, again, that practice that we did with that smelling the coffee, we're going to do a seated march in the chair. So if you need to hold on to your chair or you've got armrests on your chair, you can hold on if you need. Otherwise, you can simply place your hands on your lap or on your waist, and we're going to do a march. So we're going to lift one leg and then back down and switch to the other side. So we're going to do that 20 times. So there's 3, 4, 5. Trying to keep your posture as tall as you can. Trying not to lean as we do this. Okay, and 1 more for 10. Good. And the last 10, I'm just going to show you a progression of how you can make it more difficult. Simply by leaning back a little bit in your chair and continuing to hold that as we do our march. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Getting back into our tall posture. Next, what we are going to look at is strengthening the muscles in our legs. So keeping that nice tall posture, again, your hands can be on your armrests if you have, or on your waist, whatever feels more comfortable. We're going to do a seated leg extension. So we're going to lift one leg off the ground. We're going to kick it forward, and while we're holding it forward, we're just going to push on the gas pedal a little bit. Coming back and down. And we're going to do 5 on each leg. So we're going to repeat up, extend, gas pedal, and down. Good. There's 3, 4. 1 more on this side. Good, and relax. And we want to make sure we're doing both sides. So now we're going to move to the other side. So leg comes up, extend, push on that gas pedal, and down. Good. posture. Next exercise that we're going to do is just working on a little bit of movement with our lower body. We're going to do a tap dance. And this one we're going to do on 5 on each leg as well. So we're going to sit kind of closer to the edge of the chair so you can make sure you can reach the floor with both feet. What we're going to do here is we're going to go forward, to the side, and back together. We're going to do 5 on each leg. So here we go. Forward, side, together. And together there's 3, forward, side, together. There's 4, forward, side, together, and 5. Again, we want to make sure we're doing both sides here. So forward, side, and together, and together. There's 2, side, and together for 3, forward, side, together, 4, forward, side, together. There's 5. Good work. Next, what we're going to do is strengthen the muscles in the legs a little bit. So if you need, make sure you have something you can hold on to for support. So you can move your chair in front of, say, your kitchen counter, or if you have a railing that you can hold on to, something that's sturdy if you need for external support, or if you've got armrests on the chair, you can use that as well. So safety is really important, so make sure you have something if you need it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do a partial buttock lift. So we're going to have our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to lean forward as if our nose is coming over our toes, and we're going to simply lift our bum off the chair, hover for a second, and then change our mind and sit back down. And we're going to do that 5 times. So that was 1. We're going to go again. Here we go. 2. So not all the way up, just a quick little hover. Good. There's 3, and slowly lowering yourself to the chair. You don't want to drop. Hold. And there's 4. 1 more. Good. And relax. There's 5. Good work. Next, we're going to work on a little bit more movement here through the hips and working on some strength. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do something that's called a buttock block. So we're actually going to start back in our chair. And just as you saw me move there, we're going to take each buttock and we're going to walk it forward 1 at a time. So we're going to go forward as far as we can, and then we're going to take it backwards as far as we can. So I'm just going to lean forward just a little bit so my feet are flat on the floor to start. So here we go. We're going to lift one side up and move forward. Lift the other side, move forward. And we're going to do that until we get to the edge of our chair, making sure that we don't tip. Okay? And then we're going to go back. Lifting up one side, lifting the other, back into our chair when we get back to our start. So that's 1. We're going to do that 5 times. Here we go. Forward. Good. And backwards. Trying to lift each side as we walk to and from that chair. So there's 2. And back. Good. There's 3. 2 more. And back. Good. Last time. Here we go. Forwards. And back. Lifting as we go. Good. Good job. All right. Last few exercises here are going to progress into that standing position. So with this first exercise in that standing position, we're going to take that partial buttock lift and we're going to turn it into a full sit to stand. So what that's going to look like, we're going to have our feet about shoulder width apart. I'm going to sit closer more to the edge of my chair. Again, if you need external support, please make sure you have something to hold on to. What we're going to do is we're going to take that nose over toes approach where we lean forward, but this time we're going to fully stand up. So going forward and pushing through the legs and up. And then we're going to push our butt back and sit down back in that chair. And we're going to do that 5 times. So there was 1, and we're going to do that again. Here we go. 2. And slowly in the chair. As we come up, we really want to make sure that we're squeezing our buttocks together. 3. Good. 4. Last 1. And 5. Good. So we can actually stay standing for these next few exercises. I'm just going to turn my chair. I'm going to have it here beside me for some support. So again, If you need something to hold on to, make sure it's sturdy and it's not going to roll away from you, or you have a countertop or something you can hold on to. So the next exercise that we're going to do is actually going to train the vestibular section of our body that uses for balance. So this is going to train not only our posture, but also tracking our eyes. So we're doing some eye tracking. So standing in a comfortable position, about feet shoulder width apart, what you want to do is you want to put your hand out in front of you and stare at your thumb. And so what we're going to do here is for each arm, we're going to do a different movement. So we're going to go up with the hand, and we're going to come back down. You can follow up to the side and then down. And we're going to try to track your thumb with your eyes. Okay, so again, if you need to hold on to while you something while you do this exercise, please make sure that you have there something to hold on to. So let's start here. We'll do 3 on each arm. So we're going to look up and then down, and you're following it just with your eyes as best as you can. So we're going to go up, follow it down, out to the side. One more time on this side. Good, and relax. And we're going to do the same just with the other arm as well. So sticking our other arm in front, again, holding onto something if you need for balance. So I'm going to hold on just so you guys can see. We're going to go up, following with our eyes, up to the side. And if you find that this gets a little bit too much for you, you can try doing this in a seated position as well. Move nice and slow and go at whatever pace you feel comfortable with. Good, and relax. The last exercise that we're going to do together is something that is called a church pew. So pretending like we're standing behind a bench. Again, hold on to something if you need for balance, or have something there if you need. What we're going to do is for 30 seconds, we're simply going to practice rocking forwards onto our toes and then rocking back onto our heels. Now, if you lift your toes a little bit or you lift your heels a little bit, that's okay, but we do want to stay on the floor as best as we can. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to practice rocking our body weight forward and backwards, okay, as comfortable as you feel, so you don't have to go into a very big movement. So you can just see how this rocking motion back and forth can help with your balance. So we're going to go for 10 more seconds here. Good, and ideally you want to be looking straight ahead as we practice. Good, and relax. So that is the end of level 1 training for falls prevention. So majority of those exercises we did seated in a chair. You can practice these daily to build up the strength in these postural muscles that we need that help us with our balance. The next video will be a level 2 progression where majority of the exercises will be